Howard Stern Show.
It's like, well, you go to Harvard, it's almost like a ticket to success everywhere. And you pick the one business where, like, the garbage man could walk in and probably get a writing job if he plays it the right. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's not necessarily based on Harvard or academics.
Right.
It's being funny.
Right.
And it's a bitch.
There was a lot of self-doubt, and I'm also someone given to, I get depressed. I'm someone that gets depressed, and I get down on myself.
Do you suffer from depression? I mean, are you medicated?
I'm medicated.
You are?
Yeah.
So you go to a psychiatrist, and
I go to a psychiatrist,
Right.
and I'm somewhat medicated, not crazy levels, but I have someone who got to the point where, and I only started doing it a few years ago, but I got to the point of, I used to think I needed to be incredibly unhappy to be funny.
Right.
And then you get to a point where you think, and people tell you that's not true. You get to a point where you don't care if it's true or not.
Right, because you
really don't. You just think, you know what? I'd rather be happy, and so
it seems like that's the myth. You got to be this miserable, depressed human being in order to be funny. And when you went for the medication, you were so bad, in other words, you just said, fuck it, I don't care. So I won't be funny, but I can't live my life being a depressed guy. I'm a father, I'm on this kind of
yeah,
thing.
I've got 2 kids, I've got a wife, I just need help. And also, I realized I'm wasting time. I'm being so negative sometimes in rehearsal. I'm being so negative about everything we're trying that it's actually a drag on us being able to do good work. It's getting in the way.
With the medication, are you happier now?
You know what it is? I found, for the most part, yes. What it is someone explained it really well. It's like a little bit of a lever. It gives you a little bit of a push. It doesn't change your personality, but enables you to keep going. I think that's what it does. It enables you. It's almost like it's like a little bit of oil on the gears.
Did you take it as a defeat when you finally gave in to medication, where you're like, oh,
At
shit?
first I did.
Yeah.
I remember when the person told me, I went in for the test, and they said, you're depressed. And I said, I'm not depressed. And I actually argued with them.
But what is depression?
Then she said, she read me a sheet. She said, I just asked you 50 questions. And the 48, you answered 48 that pointed to depression. I was arguing with her.
Suicidal ever?
No, God, no.
Never that bad?
Never that. No,
But
I like myself too much.
Right. But you wake up in the morning, and sometimes you would go, oh, fuck. I just can't stand what I'm doing. Nothing seems funny. Nothing seems like worth...
There was a lot of... it's funny because to come here to do the show, we just walked near 30 Rock, which is where I did the NBC show for so many years, for 16 years, and also Saturday Night Live for almost, 3-4 years. So almost 20 years in that building. And I loved it. It was great. It was one of the best things, probably, that's ever happened to me.
You were an NBC guy.
I was an NBC guy. I really loved it. But I remembered just walking here to the McGraw-Hill building to do this, walking near 30 Rock and remembering every morning walking into that building and having this incredible anxiety. And you feel like it's a low ceiling cloud, just like I've got to get up there, and I would take the elevator up, and my heart's pounding, and we've got to make this good, and there's pressure.
To this day, I remember going to do the Letterman show after I'd been fired by NBC. So I used to hate walking into NBC so bad, I thought I wanted to just kill myself.
Yeah.
Like, literally, I would get such anxiety. Like, it was like being at school and knowing you're going to flunk a test.
Yep.
And I know that kind of anxiety. It's awful when you walk in and your whole body seems to just react to it.
Yeah.
It's awful. Yeah, I get it.
The Howard Stern Show.